Strategy means long-term plan. Strategy, the word used at the time of war. At the time of war, you know, the war, so there will be enemies. So your army and the enemy side army. So you in the battlefield, you have to win the battle. To win the battle, you do something. That is strategy. Okay. From that perspective, this idea is used in business now. You have competitor and you have business, right? You have to win the competition. To win the competition, use some strategy. So this is the idea. Okay, the concept is taken from the battle against the enemies. Like you plan things against the competition. In order to win the competition, how can you plan yourself? How can you make arrange things in order to win the competition? So in the business, you have competition. So you cannot avoid it. You cannot be only one person served in the world, right? Once you have started your business, other people will see you. And then they will imitate your business. They will copy your business. The same thing, other person also will start. So maybe first year, you may have not competition, but second year, you will have a competition. People will imitate, we will copy. Automatically it will happen. You open one business, he's looking at you. Oh, you have a good customer, that's a good margin. Yes, why don't we think about the same? We can, we have resources, we have ideas. So he will imitate. So at that time, he will become your competitor. So in order to avoid, we can't avoid the competition. We have to beat the competition. We cannot avoid the competition, but we can beat the competition. Okay. To beat the competition, we have to think. That is business strategy. Okay. The purchasing strategy is part of the business strategy. It's coming under business strategy. Okay. Because purchasing is a function, purchasing is a functions coming under procurement, right? You do procurement things, so purchasing is also part of it. So if you are going to purchase things, you have to have some strategy. How can you bring your purchasing things? On what basis you are going to purchase? In order to purchase, what are the things you have to consider? Yes, come. Yeah, welcome. So today everybody is here physically. I'm looking at, is there anybody online? No one. That's good. So just now I briefed up business strategy. Strategy is the term taken from the war at the time of the enemies, how armies winning the enemy side, right, the battle. So to win the battle, there are some techniques, some ideas. It's already adapted at the time of the war. The same competitors are there. So we have the business. To win the competition, we have to think about it. So that these are the strategies generally we consider, but it's long term, not short term, not immediately. We plan long term. You can't win the competition tomorrow. You can't win the competition tomorrow, right? So you have to plan, how can I win next year or in 2 years? How can I get the market leadership? I can become number one. So if you want to become number one, so maybe you are number 8. So you have to become number one, maybe in 5 years or 2 years or 3 years, long term. So you have to plan and then work towards it. Okay. So purchasing strategy is coming under business. That's what discussed now. Okay, we'll continue. Business, you know already. we have already discussed about. Business means there should be buying and selling. If there is a business, there should be a buying and selling. If there is a buying and selling or a service offered to a customer to solve the problem. Okay, if you are fulfilling the needs and wants of the customer, then you have a possibility for a business, right? So in the business, you should have a customers. You should have a customer. There should be a buyer. And other side, you have the seller. So buyer and seller will be there. So it's an economic activity. It's a continuous process. Business is not today's one day activity. It's a continuous activity. At the same time, you do all the economic activity, buying and selling, with the intention of getting profitability. Customers are coming, they need values. They need values. You have to provide the values. Then only customer will get that value. So for example, I have some problem. So I have headache. Okay, I'm going to hospital to take medicine with the intention of clearing up my headache. Right? I want my headache to be stopped. So I go and consult with the doctor, go and see the doctor. Doctor diagnose my issue. Diagnose my issue. Very important. You have to diagnose. So important. Diagnose the issue and then ask questions, right? Diagnose issue. Finally, he come to know this headache is not normal headache. This is the headache coming from hereditary. It's coming from the parent side. It has been genetically evolved. Okay, there is a headache, we call that migraine. Migraine. Yeah, that's for example. Then he understands, yes. So you have to have some kind of some doses continuously 1 month, these tablets. It will help you to come reoccurrence, right? It will not come again, but it will be reduced the reoccurrence. Okay, another person is coming. I am having a headache. So he's asking the history and diagnose the issue, and then finally come to know that he doesn't have a proper sleep. He is working in night shift mostly, and the sleep is very less because of the duty. Now he has some stress. The stress level is high. So that is one reason. He is found that this is the reason. Another person is coming, he's having headache. He is continuously seeing the screen. Okay, he has some problem, eye problem. So the treatment will be different. Same, symptom, but treatments are different. The root cause are different. You have to identify the root cause. So identify the root cause and bring the solution accordingly. In business also, customers are different. You have to identify the customers, right? What is their problem? You have to understand exact problem, right? You have to bring the solution, exact solution to fix the problem. If you can do that, you have business. That is business, because you are creating a value. You stop my headache, fine, I can pay you. Right? So you have to identify exactly what is the customer's problem, what is their need, what is their want. Then if you can bring a solution or you can fulfill the needs and wants, they will be with you. They will feel that valuable, then pay you. They will continuously coming to you and get your services if they feel valuable. Otherwise, they are not going to. So think about, if you are going to start a business, you have to think about who is your customer, what is their needs and wants, what is their problem. If you can give solutions and fulfill their needs and wants, you have a business. This is what you have to understand. So in the business, these are things happening. So when we are dealing these things, definitely you have to have some kind of system. You should have system. Business system means you have to set up the functions. You should have a functions like operation, finance, marketing, HR, right? Research and development. You should have these kind of functions. These functions should be set up and then systematically run. It should be registered. There should be certain law. There are some kind of ethics. There should be some ethics, right? You have to deal in a certain manner. You have to consider externally, internally, how things work. Externally, when you start a business, you look at the environment, right? The environments are against you, like Corona. You started a business, government is putting certain rules and regulations. If you want to go out, you have to follow this 1, 2, 3. Then the customers are having access. They access very limited access outside. So now you started a business. How are you going to take the business to next level? So you have to transform your business to the next level according to the environment. You have to understand this one also. Otherwise, you can't survive in the market. You have to understand the external things, environment, what is happening. There is a war suddenly. Your shipping lines are blocked. So in the Gulf, let's say the Gulf War started. So at the time, the transportation, like the shipping line, it was affected. Airline, bombing, right? There are so many issues. People are dispersed. Now, what do you call migrated, right? There are certain people who are already lost their job, okay, lost their lives. Their properties are damaged. Like look at Syria. There are so many things happen. Afghanistan. You look at this Yemen. There, you can see it's happening everywhere, right? So if you have a business dealing like Ukraine, what will happen? You have a business with Ukraine. The Ukraine is under war. You have business with Russia. Russia is dealing with war in Ukraine. So in this situation, your business is going to be affected because of the political decision taken by the countries. You have everything, but the thing is externally, it's not supportive. So that's why business means not to set up and sit. No, you have to look outside what is happening. Today you have to go outside. You have a restaurant. Go outside. Look at the weather. Look at the weather. It's going to rain. It's raining in Wakra. It's going to rain in Doha. You listen to the news. And then you produce. In the bin, you have to keep things accordingly. People are not going to come. Don't produce in the restaurant. Do you understand? You have to go and scan the environment, take a decision. Otherwise, you will lose. Business actually is a game. You should know how to play. Otherwise, you will fail. Okay, so in this game, how finance is going to work, how marketing is going to work, how procurement is going to work. So this is what we are studying under procurement management. So this kind of thinking is strategies. If you think long-term strategies, long-term strategies, do you understand? Think short-term strategies. You got my point now? So this is strategy. Strategy means you have to think, how can I be? How can I deal? How can I manage? How can I pass this situation? Right? Go forward. These ideas coming as strategies. Okay. So strategic planning is the process of developing and maintaining a strategic fit between organization's goal, capabilities, and its changing marketing opportunities. So these are the very important terminologies. So you have to see organization's goals are there. Or within organization, there are some certain capabilities. And also you have marketing opportunities, market opportunities. So how can I get this opportunity? Externally, you have opportunities. Sometimes you have threats. In the business, outside there are threats also, opportunities also. So how can I get this opportunity and make use of it? I get the business. How can I win? Yeah, this kind of threat situations. How can I deal these threat situations and manage these situations? And then finally, I want to achieve what I want to achieve. So do I have the capabilities? Do I have the potential? Right? What are the capabilities I have developed? What are the potential that I'm having to deal these situations? So this thinking is strategy. This thinking is strategic thinking. This thinking should be connected with your business objectives, business goals. You have to think everything based on the business. If you think, that is strategic thinking. If we plan, that is strategic plan. Okay, clear? So some definitions, Chandler, Michael Porter, right? Exploratory strategies, one, Henry Mintzberg, people, the same, what I discussed, they have put in a different terminologies. Determinations of the long run goals, objectives of enterprise, and the adoptions of courses of action. Yeah, courses of action. You take action. Adoption. You adapt. Mean you have action 1, 2, 3. Choice 1, 2, 3. You have to adapt which one? The best one. Do you understand? You can't take all. You will have many pathways. So you want to go way 1, way 2, way 3. So you adapt some, not all, which is more suitable for you. So adapt course of action. Is that understood? The terminology. Yes. You adapt the best, more suitable for you. Right? You believe this will work. Take it. You believe this will not work. Leave it. So that is adaptation. So you have to adapt course of action and the allocations of resources accordingly. You have to necessary for the carrying out this course. So your resource allocation, when you are going for resource allocations, you adapt the way, adapt the course of action, and then according to the course of action, you have to allocate the resources. Resource allocation is very important because you have situations to handle. You need more resources, less resources. If you need more resources, put more resources. If you need less resources, less resources. You should not waste your resources. That is what you have to handle. In this situation, you need more resources. In this situation, you need less resources. If you need less resources, don't use more resources. If you need more resources, don't use less resources. According to the requirement, you have to handle. This is allocations. Otherwise, waste, because it's a cost. Right? You have a business in the point of, there are locations. Let's say in Qatar, you have locations. Right? You have Accra, Ukair, Al Khur, Doha. There are places. You have the selling points. You have the selling points, the place, business point, right? But the sales are different. In Doha city area, the sales is different from Al Khur and Wakra. The target customers who are here in Doha is different from Wakra. Do you understand? If you don't understand the nature of your business, nature of your nature of the scenario that you are going to deal, and deal accordingly. If you fail to deal accordingly, if you fail to allocate the resources, then it will be hell of thing. Am I right? Because the Doha is the busiest area. You need more people to deal. Let's say Al-Fur is a less busy area. So you need less people, less resources. You can't dump all the resources at Al-Fur. But here you have less resources. You have more customers, more demands. This is planning. You have to plan. This way you have to plan. This kind of planning is called strategy. Okay, so he is bringing the allocations of the resources necessary for carrying out goals. So your business goals, right? To achieve your business goal, you have to allocate the resources. These resource allocations should be according to your nature of your business, the situation that you are going to deal. Okay. Competitive strategy, another one. Competitive strategy is about being different. Another way. You are also having business, he is also having business, right? You have to look at him and see, how can I be different than him? You have to think always. That is strategy. How can I be different from him? If I be different, he will be attracted. I always have the same. He is having a little different. What's that? You will visit there and try to see. You will taste it. Oh, that's great. So you will continue him. Leave this guy. So you have more customers, you're losing customers. Your business is increasing, your business is going down. Differentiation. You should be something different. How can I be different? Okay. So in lecturing, like I'm having some kind of delivery here, using physical and also online. So people who are already there online today, zero, but everybody is in the classroom. Fine. So it means today's situations little changed. Right? I'm here. FIFA is over. People are relaxed. Okay, weather is good. People are moving. At the same time, sometimes outside is too much windy and freezing cold. Will you come? No, you will go outside. Oh, this is not the time to go move outside. You have no taxi, right? And also torrential rain. It's raining, flooded everywhere. Will you come with a boat to study? No. But I will be here. Maybe sometime I will be in online. I will sit in my room. You will sit in your room. And you will take a decision accordingly. You understand? This is strategic thinking. So you will plan. How can I manage today's session? That's how the business works. Okay, fine. So you have to be different, and also it means delivering and choosing a different set of activities to deliver unique mixes of value. This is important. You have to deliver unique mixes of values. Your values you are creating to the customer should be unique. So what I deliver, that is, you can't see everywhere. That is unique. Do you understand? The delivery that I'm having, you can't see anywhere. That's I'm unique. You have a restaurant, he is also having a restaurant, right? Now, he wants to start another restaurant because you feel that's a demand. You want to start a restaurant. If you copy the same two and the third restaurant is coming, you can't win in the market because I'm already going here. He is already going there. You don't have customers. Do you understand? So you should be little different. How can we different? In your quality should be different. In your service should be different. In your cleanliness should be different. In your values should be different.
That is its value.
Yes. You should bring some values to the customer. Quality, service, cleanliness, and values. All. So the quality you are enjoying, like I'm enjoying here, he's enjoying there, is different from others. You are bringing something different. What do you mean quality? Do you understand what is quality? Quality means not the thickness of it, right? Quality is not that. People thinking that one quality. No. What kind of the wood is using or the steel is using is not quality. Quality means what the customer exactly wants. If we can provide, that is quality. Yeah, for the value of the money. I'm looking for something, right? The thing that I'm looking for, if we can produce and give me, that is quality. What I exactly expected, if you give me exactly, is quality. If not, not quality. So the qualities you cannot generalize. That's why the products are different. Can you see all the products are same? No, there are little difference. So your taste is different, my taste is different. According to my taste, according to your taste. That's why I'm also using Apple phone. You also are using Apple phone. You are that one of the top 100 business billionaire. So I'm a person also using. So the expectations that Apple is producing for that guy, not me. The values he is creating for that guy, not me. The Apple phone I'm buying for taking photo, for saving, playing some game. But this guy is buying Apple phone not for that. Do you understand? You spend 3,000 Qatar Riyal or 4,000 Qatar Riyal buying one Apple phone. For what? Take some pictures and save some, play some games and show that I have Apple. The purpose is, 4,000 or 3,000 Qatar Riyal is not a joke. Very big money. Right? What about that guy? He is a businessman. He has data and information. That has to be protected. He is using that Apple phone is right. For me, no, nothing. I have no need of it. Just to show off others, I'm buying. Apple company never think of producing apples just for playing games. If you want Play Store, you have Apple Play Store, use it. Why you want to go for a phone? There is a purpose. That's why they have the high demand, high price, to reduce number of people accessing. A Rolls-Royce car is there, it's also a car. You can also sit and drive the same car like others. You go and suddenly you got an accident. You sit there alive. The car is dismantled, but you still there alive. If you lose your life, what will happen? Everything is over. So you have to be protected. Here your informations are protected. Here you have to be protected. That's the value. Value creation. Correct. So what kind of values that you are going to create to the customers? You have to think in the business. That is the strategy. World is changing. Everyday environment is changing. People's interests are changing. Ideas are changing. In the trend of the change, you can bring the changes. You can be in the market. If you cannot update it, if you cannot go according to the change of the market, trend of the market, you will be outdated. If you are outdated, you can't succeed in the business. Correct? Yes, this is what we have to remember. So I'm putting again too much things I'm talking here. Only that we have to understand the principle. This is what, okay. And here, Michael Porter, what he says, be different and bring the mixes of values. Very, very important, value creations. So Henry Mintzberg, he says a pattern in the stream of decisions. So strategies means decision making. So you should take a decision accordingly. Okay, based by scanning the environment, take a decision. It's a decision making process. If you cannot scan it, take a decision, you are not strategically thinking. Strategically thinking. Long-term direction, another terms of an organization. So strategy means long-term directions for achieving certain things. So long-term planning. Okay. If you think how, all our strategies, how, coming answers, how to outcompete rivals in competition. Okay, how to respond to economic and market condition and growth opportunities, right? How to change, how to manage functional piece of business, or the functions, operation, marketing, HR, finance, research and development. How to improve the firm's finance and marketing performance. So you have to think about these areas. Okay, if you think how and the actions that you are going to plan, all are strategic actions.